Antec sent over their 120 Mercury, and this is an AIO water cooling unit, and this is obviously a single radiator and a little pump and everything like that. It's got some little preferences and details which we're going to go through in the video later on, but we're also going to be using a 1600X by Ryzen, or actually by AMD, and then we're going to be taking out my old AIO and then sticking this one in, and then we're going to leave it on for an hour and then see how much heat it can dissipate and everything like that on stock levels, and then we're going to overclock it and then see how well it dissipates heat and how well it works. And yeah, and let's just get on with it. Come on, let's just go. So as you can see, it's a lovely box. This is Mercury 120. It's got a large pump. It's got ultra efficient LED PWM radiator fans, water pressure of up to 2.3 meters of high, temperature indication LED, and graphite bearings and Teflon coated tubing, PTFE. Come on, let's open this box up. Let's have a look. So we get all the instructions, and is it easy? Oh, it's easy. It looks easy to me. We actually get a fan. This fan looks cool. So we get all the screws and they're all nicely labelled. I like that a lot. Washers and more washers. The fan looks pretty decent. It's got that kind of see-through RGB or LED fan. It's got a nice white ring around there. It's got some absorption pads on the actual fan itself. And the fan is a PWM, so it's a 4-pin. Anyway, and yeah, this looks pretty thick. Look at that. Oh my god. So we've got a peripheral of stuff, and it should be all labelled as well. So we've got all the screws and stuff like this, and this is for AMD brackets. There's AM4 and normal AMD as well, so that's in one bag. And then it gives you a syringe so I can inject it in my arm. 2011 screws as well, all Intel stuff right there, and also for the 2000 and whatever board it was, up to 2017, 2018, whatever you want to call it. This got you covered. And then we've got the little radiator in a bag. So I literally pulled that off. What I like about this radiator straight away, it looks quite decent. Looks like it's got a nice bit of copper in the actual radiator itself, and it's nice and square. It's got nice square edges. That means you don't have these round edges everywhere, and it takes a couple of years to figure out where I'm going to put it in my case, because the round edges are a little bit big and they don't fit properly. This pump is absolutely huge. I like it. So this is where it's going to be glowing up as well, if I can hold it damn still. So we've got Antec logo here, and this is a pump for the coolant. Get out of the way, box. I've had enough of you. Nice little copper plate there, so you've got a nice contact to your CPU, and then we've got an in and out tube, and then we've got a little connector that's going to connect onto the motherboard, which I really hate because sometimes it's just awkward and it looks horrible. And this QC pass will get rid of that as well, so it looks nicer. But anyway, let's just put it together real quick, and then yeah, let's test it out. Now I'm stress testing it. Actually, I'm stress testing it now. I'm actually finished. It's been going for 1 hour 55 minutes. I haven't overclocked it. It's only on 120. Using 1600X by Ryzen, or AMD Ryzen, and I'm using all the necessary components and stuff. And yeah, it's done all right. It's kind of passed, but it says that it's at 69 or 70 degrees now. 69.88 degrees. But yeah, what happens with this cooler? It starts off with a blue LED. And then it goes green when it gets warmer, and then it goes red when it's really hot. And now it's actually hot. I can feel it right now. It is hot. But it looks aesthetically pleasing. I like the white. I don't like the cable that's in the top because it makes it look messy when it's plugged in. And people that are amateurs are going to make it look messy, and it's going to be hanging around inside the case. I made it look as nice as possible by hiding it by the MOSFETs and stuff, and then wrapping it around the back of this case. But other than that, it does look nice. It's got nice flexible tubing. It does look really good. It's got a nice fan that comes with it. It's doing the job. It wasn't hard to put it together, but there was a problem with the bracket at the back where I had to use pliers in the end to get it out and stuff. It had, well, anyway, there'll be a little clip about it, and then you can see for yourself. It's not really good for people that first building their computers. They're gonna have a lot of problems, but I guess Antec will have to sort that out. But I sorted it out so I can get the review to you and give you an unbiased as much as I could. But yeah, it's really, really freaking nice. I really like it. But as soon as I've done this review, they've done an RGB version. Now, this changes colours, yeah, for the heat and the temperatures. So why wouldn't they just done an RGB version in the first place and be done with it? So they've done a blue one, and then it changes colours, which I only found out about, which I didn't even know. And now they do an RGB one, which I haven't got now. So it fits all the CPUs and it's good to go. But I don't know if I recommend this for like, well, I wouldn't recommend it for Intel Core i9 or anything like that. But if it wouldn't make sense anyway. Why would you spend like £1,000 on a CPU and only spend about 100 and, I think it's about 100 quid or 120 quid. What? Wait? Over 100? 100 and what? Nah, this product is actually £57.99. Link in the description where you can actually go and purchase this. Now, on with the video. For the water cooler, you wouldn't, would you? You'd probably put custom water cooling in or put a 360 in there. But it's doing pretty well with just being a 120. And obviously Ryzen runs pretty hot anyway, but I've got the Ryzen Master up, and that is a dedicated temperature gauge for AMD and its CPUs. But other than that, it looks aesthetically pleasing. I like it, easy to fit. I do recommend it on sort of like Core i5, Core i7, but not like the more higher range CPUs that got higher TDPs. I would just keep it like a 7700K and not go any higher than that. Those sort of processors, and obviously a Ryzen 1600X, maybe a Ryzen 1700, and then after that I wouldn't bother. Unless if you're overclocking, then I wouldn't recommend it, because it seems that it would get really hot after loads of use of play, and you want to be able to keep the CPU going as long as possible. So to do that, you need to make sure it keeps it cool. Just like having a Ferrari and making sure you've got the right expensive stuff that goes in there to keep it cool. Because if you don't, it doesn't last very long. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Because if you did, give it a thumbs up. If not, dislike it, subscribe, share, follow me on all social media platforms. If you want to buy this AIO water cooling unit, I'll leave a link in the description down below and you can go buy it. Leave a comment if you've already got this water cooling unit, or you want to ask me some questions about anything about computer related or anything. Just do it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.